Happy Facebook Friday.
And a sunny Friday it is.
It's very nice out here.
Very
actually.
nice, yes.
I hope it's good where you are.
Yes.
And welcome to our live performance.
Yeah.
It kind of is a performance. We have to act, like right now we were just talking about something that wasn't so good. And I said to Lisa, don't tell me that before it starts, because then I'll be looking like I'm angry.
No. All is good.
It's all good.
It's
but,
all good.
It's still like sitting there. And but you still have to act like you're happy.
It's all good. Life is good. It's been a good week. We've accomplished a lot of things. We've put some finalizations on things.
Yes, it's final. So it's good.
It's good.
Okay.
Good week. So.
I hate it when I make a mistake. And I think that's kind of where we were going to start talking about, right?
We were, and that was leading into the subject of today is making mistakes and getting over the fact that you made a mistake.
I think that, when it's like anybody else's fault, it's so much easier.
To put blame on some other people. Yeah.
Like, your partner walks in just as you're cutting your hanger.
That's right.
Yes. And so you miscut, and you can blame him.
That's right.
It makes so much fun. I mean, it makes so much sense to me.
Like, darn you anyway. So
we should talk more about that today.
We
say hello to everyone.
Exactly.
Good morning.
Carmen's here. Donna.
Beverly.
Yep.
Hello,
Beverly. Kathy. Sandy.
Trisha's
Trisha.
here.
Good morning, Trisha.
Hello, Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy. Loretta's here. Sandy.
Coco. Good afternoon. Oh, no, that's your last name.
Yes.
I thought it was a French thing to say. Hello, Marley Helena. Nice to meet you.
From Brazil.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. And Jennifer in Florida.
Hello, Loretta and Jennifer Gowan.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. Had to stop spring cleaning to watch you. Yay, you're welcome. We will be glad to contribute.
That's right.
Don't worry. You can always do something other than housework.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I can always find something other to do than housework. That's for sure.
Happy spring, Sylvie. Nice to see you, Thibodeau. Joe Straw.
Yeah.
Joy Straw.
Joy Straw.
Sorry.
Yeah, Dee Dee. Good
from
morning.
Sydney.
Hi, Tammy.
That's so nice. Everybody's here.
Everybody's here.
The whole gang is
here.
Not everybody has started saying things yet, but that's because they don't know the subject of our day.
That's right. Making mistakes.
Making mistakes. And I guess really the focus should be on
how to
get over mistakes.
Get over the, mistakes happen. I was going to say something else like.
Don't say that.
Yeah, I won't say that.
But it's true. I mean, we started off this morning saying, well, what are we going to talk about? And my partner, Richard, walked in and he said, what about like me just tripping over the studio lights like I just did, and acting really dumb about it and maybe clumsiness and stuff. And I thought, that doesn't really sound like anything that stitching people would be interested in. And then he said, oh, when you make a mistake and then you cut wrong I thought, oh, duh, we all do that.
Well, there's also, being clumsy around your stitching too, like, swinging your arms and knocking a red wine glass and having it almost spill on top of your alphabet wall hanging as you're stitching on it.
Are you kidding?
Nope.
So did you actually spill it on the hall?
No, I didn't.
Almost was the word.
I spilt the glass. I knocked the glass over. It came down. Luckily, I had pushed my frame out of the way and it sprayed up the wall and missed my stitching altogether.
Oh, great example.
I know.
So you actually saved the stitching.
I had stitched it, pushed it far enough away.
But meanwhile, you have your wall all covered in red wine.
That's right. Wall was easy to clean.
Was it? Okay.
The stitching, because I was down at the last row too, I would not have been happy to have red wine on top of my alphabet wall hanging.
So does anybody, like when you're making a mistake in your stitching, how do you get over it? Like, it's not that we all make mistakes.
Absolutely.
Totally. And some make mistakes more than others, or they feel they do.
Yeah.
But really, it's not a contest as to how many mistakes you can make.
That's right. Exactly.
We all win that one.
Yeah.
But what do you do? Like, how do you get over, making mistakes?
I feel that it's a learning experience.
Yeah. So your rational mind is trying to override the panic.
The panic. That's right. Exactly. It's like, okay, well, what did I learn from this? Well, first of all, never drink red wine while you're stitching. Or that was the first one.
Or drink it over there.
Or drink it far enough away. Exactly. Yeah.
So what else did you learn, by the way? Sounds like you learned quite a bit about the red wine.
Yeah, that's right. One shouldn't drink red wine and stitch at the same time. So
Patricia St. Clair, hello. Deborah Trimble and Lillian Philly, great. Nice to see you guys. Tammy Thompson, hello. And Diane Jameson is here. And it looks like Sue Donnelly is here.
Exactly.
Hello. Sue, you've always made me laugh as to, what happens when you make a mistake. What do you do? Do you tear your hair out? How do you get over being upset? Because you can't stitch as easily when you're upset, right?
No, exactly.
When your emotions are all in a turmoil, you have to put your needlework down. But what if it's the needlework that needs fixing?
Quite often, if I make a mistake on my needlework, it goes to the side for a couple of days.
You know what I do as a reaction? Like when I make a mistake, because I make a lot, because I stitch a lot. So when I make a mistake, I look at the mistake or, something I didn't want to do, and I take it out right away. Like,
true.
Fix it right away or take it out right away. You don't have to, I don't have to restitch it. That's not a problem.
That's right. Just taking out the mistake.
Taking out what I didn't want. And that way, the next time I come to it, I'm not faced with a mistake.
That's right.
And I'm not so frustrated because by the time I made the mistake, I don't want to do it over again.
Yes.
So at least I cleared the decks.
Yeah, that's right. To start fresh.
Yes. And then I put it to one side.
Absolutely. Put it to one side. But you're right. Yes. Get the mistake out of there first and then put it away.
Not me anyway. That's what I do. And it looks like, Karen Lark is here. Sue's going to PT. Good for you. Keep that thumb flexible.
Yes.
Sue's had an operation recently, so she's hopefully going to recover really well and get her thumb back so she can stitch again.
But the first few times the physio probably is not going to be pleasant.
No, it's not easy.
Yes.
We'll be thinking about you. We'll flexing our own thumbs.
Yes.
Hello, Petra.
Problem with one of my thumbs every once in a while too.
Yeah, actually, my other hand, the quote other hand.
The left hand. Yeah.
Because I'm right-handed. The other hand, the holding hand.
Yeah.
This right here. This right here, the base of my thumb. That aches sometimes.
Oh, does it? See, mine's right
in the corner.
Right in this part, right here.
Oh, well, that's our own personal problem.
Yeah.
Sorry. Aching thumbs.
Aching thumbs. I've got an aching hip too, which has nothing to do with stitching, but except for sitting too long while you stitch.
Probably, yes, but that's not a mistake.
That's not a mistake. No.
So Karen says, "Glad you reacted in time." So
yes, me too.
About the wine.
I am too.
Good morning. Glad you're making breakfast. Make some for me too.
Exactly. Can I order eggs Benny, softly poached?
Actually, that sounds really good.
Doesn't it? It's like, I haven't had Benny for a long time.
Petra's making a cookbook, and she's photographed it all, laid it all out.
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous. I'm so proud of her. It's going to be a great little cookbook. Sandy says, I have to redo it. Okay, so you get it all has to be done. I get that. Yep, I get that. Jennifer says, I would cover the project with the spilled liquid and go on.
Yeah.
Cover the whole project.
Yeah.
Like you just immerse it in the spilled liquid. So if it's like wine and it gets all red, then you make the whole thing red? Is that what you do?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah. Jan Kelly. Hello, Jan.
Rip it out immediately and walk away.
That's it.
Yeah, that's right, Donna.
Rip it out immediately. And then when I come back, all new again. So it's exactly what I do. I don't know why. That just makes me feel so much better.
Get the mistake out of there. I like Jennifer's answer. She calls her sister, who also stitches, so she can get some comfort.
Oh, that's a great thing to do.
My sister doesn't stitch. I tried, complaining to her, and her eyes gloss over. So,
Yeah, and there's no point in asking my partner or anybody.
That's
Actually,
right.
I can ask Petra. I could call her and whine. Because we just whine to each other
that's right.
a lot. So
and I can mention it to my husband, and he always says, "Well, what did you do that for?" Oh, it's like, well, wasn't really on purpose.
What a guy!
I know.
Oh, geez. I can come to you anytime I make a mistake, and you always
yeah. It doesn't look that bad.
That's right. Jennifer says, if it's a rip it out piece, I pull it out, then I put it down for the night.
Yes,
so you do the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a water glass next to my sink. Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
So instead of wine, you drink water is your point,
well,
right?
water's not a big deal.
But that's not so much fun.
No. Wine wasn't so much fun either.
Do you keep the water glass there with a little, like a Q-tip so that you can dip it into the water and clean off anything that you've done wrong? No, you just drink it. Tammy says,
Don't open on it. Yes, absolutely
don't
agree.
leave any open drinks on the table if you're stitching stuff.
I agree.
And actually, and you use water too. So actually, that's what we do in our stitching retreat classrooms. I just will not have chocolate or
coffee or
soda
pop.
Soda on your table.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's okay for you if you want to wreck your thing at any time, or if you want to risk that.
But if you bump it over onto your neighbor, it's not so nice.
No,
to do
not
that.
so nice. I know there are people that have those kinds of things around them when they're stitching, but I find it like an invitation.
Absolutely.
You know, you just like, I don't know, you're testing the gods.
Yeah.
You're just saying, no, I think I can do it. No, I can do it. No problem.
No.
Yeah. That's right. Kathy Bird says she sighs heavily.
Yeah. Rip it out and regroup. Absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's right. Good strategy, Mom. I don't know which one you're talking about, but thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sylvie Thibodeau, look at it and ask myself, will others notice this mistake? Probably not. Then I'm good about it. Then make sure I don't do that again. If they would correct it or redo. If they would, I would correct it and redo. Well, those are excellent suggestions, Sylvie. And really, I haven't heard yet that you have to stop blaming yourself.
That's right.
Because that's one of the things that I tend to end up doing. You?
Yes.
First thing I do. Oh, you are so stupid.
Yeah. Why did you do that? You silly person, you.
And, you know, inside yourself, you're kind of making yourself feel really bad because you've made a mistake. And I know for a fact you can't learn without making a mistake. Yes. Because that's how you learn. But nevertheless, the reaction is probably your mom is sitting somewhere in your brain going, you shouldn't be doing that. And you do it to yourself. I'm not perfect. However, I don't make very many mistakes. Each stitch I take, I double check. Oh, yes. Yeah. Tricia, double checking definitely avoids some mistakes. But if I start double checking everything, it would take too long for me. I don't have the patience. You have more patience doing that.
Yes.
Checking and double checking.
Yes.
When she does make a mistake, she just gently unstitches and redoes. Well, that's exactly right. I mean, that sounds really good. But what's happening inside?
Absolutely.
You know, and what happens inside to other people afterwards?
That's right. Yes.
You're mad at yourself, and then you hit out at the dog or your children or your.
Don't bug me right now. I'm trying to fix something.
Yes, and it was my fault, and I'm really stupid.
That's right. Exactly.
Joyce says, I can't get the live feed for some reason. We'll have to listen later.
Oh,
Petra, can you ask her to please what do you call that?
Refresh.
Thank you. Or something. How can she get the live feed? I'm not sure if she's on a
could be an iPad too.
Or a different iPad or something. But if Petra has a minute between making breakfast, because if you don't worry. We will get her afterwards, Joyce Straw.
Yeah.
Sue says, sometimes I just change the design. There's a brilliant suggestion.
Absolutely.
Actually, that's one of the best ones. Just change it. Really. I mean, who's saying that, you know, designers, they just design what they like. So
you doesn't mean it has to stay that way.
No. So like you said, creative license, you just decide this is not the way I wanted it to begin with. Or even if you did, you just move in a different, get flexible. And there are times when I make a mistake or I do something that I think is kind of like not what I wanted to do. And I like it better. You know, there's so many times when like I don't use the same stitch or something and I use a different stitch and I'm looking at it thinking, well, actually, this looks way better than what I thought in my head. So sometimes your hands just know that they want to change things.
Yeah, that's right.
And Loretta says, I cut a piece of fabric the wrong way. Oh, this is an example. And had to purchase another piece of fabric. I was talking to my husband when I cut the fabric and blamed him. Exactly. I knew the minute I was finished she's cutting that I did it wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, we do things like that, and we do want to blame other people.
Absolutely. And husbands are a good person to blame.
They do have broader shoulders than we do.
They do, and a lot of times they're not there. So, you know, it's really good to yell at them then.
Hello, Kelly Burke-Freeman. Hello. And Judy Rager's joined. Nice. Jennifer says, I was being silly, but I only have water by me. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jan says, hello, ladies.
Hello.
Back. I'm looking forward to seeing you again this fall. Speaking of fall, do we have the retreat still open? Is there still a couple of
There
places?
still are
I
a
don't
few
do it.
spaces left. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
and the
good.
project is looking awesome.
It's looking better and better.
Yes.
I actually, I wanted to confess this to Jen because Jen's been concerned about the Hardanger.
That's right.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
And I did put Hardanger in the piece to begin with. Okay.
Yeah.
I did. And all along, I didn't like the Hardanger. I remember I said to you, I just don't like this. You like this? And they'd go, yeah, it looks really nice. And I just look at it and go, no, that's wrong. It shouldn't have Hardanger in it. But I was trying to make difficult stitches because it's called scary stitches.
Yes.
And so in my mind, some scary stitches are Hardanger. But I made so many Hardanger stitches, and I made it so hard that not even like
it wouldn't
do it all.
That's right. You wouldn't be able to teach the whole thing in one class.
Definitely not. And I couldn't like then I had to make all the videos for them. And I said to Lisa yesterday, I said, couldn't we maybe just not and maybe restitch the front because it's all cut, right?
Yeah.
So you can't use it the way it is. If you don't want Hardanger, you can't just take it out. So she agreed, and I was so relieved.
I think that's a great idea.
So there's no Hardanger in this.
No Hardanger will be done during the stitches.
During this
scary
October.
Stitches.
That's right.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a tiny bit of cut work in the hem stitching.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Somewhere, just a little bit.
Tiny, and
but
you're going to be fine with that.
Yeah.
So there's lots of hearts coming up, so that's
absolutely
good. Tammy says, if a stitching mistake is tiny, I might leave it in. Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
So actually, my Hardanger thing was a mistake.
That's right. It was.
I didn't want to correct it because it was going to take so much time.
It would take longer to fix it than it would to have someone restitch it.
But it was a mistake.
Yeah.
You have to own the mistake and say, no, it has to be done again.
Yeah.
My problems are more in the kitchen. It's amazing where pasta sauce can go. Like in your hair.
True. Very true, actually.
Oh, Karen's got a brilliant idea for you.
White wine doesn't stain as much. That's true, Karen. Yes. I'm not a white wine drinker, however.
Really?
So
you like that tan?
I like the red. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get upset. It's just one of those things.
Yes, it is.
Well, you're absolutely right. That's actually the best and the most logical thing to do is just to say it's just one of those things because they happen all day long. And if they happen in your stitch, I think that's why it's so annoying though in stitching because you want your stitching to be all in a nice space.
Yes. Yes.
You know, no upset.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
I do anyway. I just kind of like stitching. Period. So if it gets if there's something there that makes my mood change, it's not as enjoyable. No, you have to kind of get back into the groove where everything is in control. Exactly. And actually, last night is the first night in a very long time I actually stitched. Oh, yeah. And what happened? I mean, I usually stitch on the weekends, but not usually after work. It was very nice. Well, also it's been later. Yeah, later light. Later, yeah, later. There's a lot more light in the daytime. Yeah, it feels more like stitching when it's not so dark. Yeah. Tammy says she double checks counting between large spaces. Yeah, we do the best we can with all these so-called mistakes. Many of the things that are mistakes actually aren't. They're just you are adjusting the pattern. Absolutely, yes. Creative license. Yeah, Sue's so right. Like if you make the grass that's in a scene, for instance, and you put the little leaf here instead of one thread over. I mean, who's gonna see that? Right. That's like not a big mistake. Yeah. I'm talking more like cutting mistakes are big. Which are annoying. Yes. You have to, reweave the fabric. And it gets a little bit annoying. It does. And then it can be done. And then there's other mistakes, like these major counting mistakes where you've literally kind of painted yourself into a corner. Yes. So you have to then do real creative license, like take out a whole row or whatever you can do, because you don't always spot those counting mistakes right away. No. Right? And then you get kind of caught. So anyway, getting out of things, Richard mentioned this morning, he said, use humor. Yes. And I don't know, it's very hard to get humorous when you're taking things so seriously. Yes. That's right. And stitching shouldn't be serious. No, but it should be enjoyable. Lighthearted until you make a mistake. Clary says she's learned that I'm going to make mistakes, so I just undo it.
Yeah.
I can go on with the flow and call it creative stitching.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, it sounds like everyone here is pretty grown up.
Yeah.
You know, pretty mature in their mistake making. But I'd like to be a fly on the wall when somebody makes a mistake.
Absolutely. Yes.
Because I know that there's that moment where your whole eyes go wide and you go,
Oh,
my God, what have I done? Good morning, Karen.
Good morning,
Gross.
Karen.
You're here. And Jan
Petra,
says,
Jan.
thank you. I really appreciate that. You are welcome. I know you've been concerned and you had a right to be concerned. We did have another alternative plan at one point, which we're not even going to use that.
No, exactly.
So,
it's going to be different than what originally was thought. And so Gloria says about the heart hanger, but that doesn't mean you have to stop learning. Yes.
Actually got you going though.
Exactly.
That's good.
It's good to learn heart hanger.
It is. There's lots of fun with heart hanger.
Yes, absolutely.
It's just in this particular design, it really was over the top.
You wouldn't have been able to do it in the 2 days.
No, and even looking at it, it was over the top. Like I was trying to cram too much difficulty into one pattern.
And we want this enjoyable.
Yes.
It's a stitching retreat. It's
actually,
not a
that was a good thing you said.
Frustration retreat.
Well, yeah, you know, that was what I thought. Scary stitches.
Scary stitches, yes.
There's one thing to be scared. There's another to be completely fed up.
That's right. Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Sylvie says, for me, if I would drink wine, any kind, I would have so many mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Sylvie. I don't drink at all. No. Actually, I think the only time I drink once in a while is like a half a glass of beer or something. And I would not be drinking wine at all. I don't like the taste of it. But if I did drink, I would not want to sit and stitch. It's like the total opposite for me. You like drinking wine and stitching?
Not all. No, it was just this one time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a regular occurrence. I don't drink that often at all. So
no, I don't think it goes with stitching. I think you're right, Sylvie. It's like the opposite to me. It's like your mind is not wanting to focus.
Yeah.
It wants to play and run. And
exactly. I think I just was down at the bottom of the glass and I was almost done and I pulled out my stitching at the same time for some silly reason. So, which has not happened since, but anyway.
No problem. Jan says, Gloria, yes, I heard that. Still going to give it a try. Good for you.
Good.
With Thea's Hardinger teaching tip. That's the intro, right?
Absolutely. Oh, yes. I think she got the intro or she might have gotten the level 5. I'm not sure now.
So when you're using that, those YouTube videos to learn how to do the heart hanger, it really does take a little bit of time to follow all the directions, but you can do it. And then if you're stuck or anything, just bring it to the retreat and we'll get you out of it.
Sort it out then.
Mm-hmm. Gina Williams was on pain meds last year, and I messed up so many times. My new rule is no stitching on drugs.
That's a good rule. I think that's a good rule.
Yeah, I can just manage it on one Advil.
That's right.
That's it. But no big pain meds. No way. That's funny. Well, as far as that's concerned, it looks like we are all pretty used to making mistakes.
That's right.
We don't kill ourselves over it. I think when you're younger, it's more difficult. You kind of lash out a little more. As you get a little older, at least I've found.
Yeah.
There's less lashing. You know, you still get frustrated, but you can contain it. Maybe your prefrontal cortex gets bigger or something and it can control things better. I don't know. Anyway, we have a whole bunch of little things lying around. And I don't know what the theme was with these little things, but it turned out
pin cushions.
Then I pulled out all of these Biscornu. Yeah. So we have a lot of Biscornu, and they are attached or along with other designs.
Yes.
Right? They're not like, oh, this pattern is for a Biscornu, although we did have one. That was that big 15-sided one.
That's right. This one right here.
I think we know this one.
Sweetheart Roses.
That's like a giant.
This is the violet one, and this is the 15-sided. There's also a 6-sided, and then there's the regular Biscornu, which I don't know where it is.
The regular Biscornu?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Did we have one?
The scissor fob.
Oh, that's right. We did another one. See, I don't even know how many Biscornu we've done. But anyway, this one has heart hanger. See, Jan, you too are going to be able to do this heart hanger. It's called V in a Fan.
Yeah, curled V in a fan.
Curled V in a fan.
Yeah.
And you're going to love learning how to do that one.
Well, that's right. Once
So
you do
that's
that,
one.
you'll definitely know how to do curled V in a fan.
Definitely.
Yes.
Because you've got 1, 2, anyway, you've got a lot.
5 of those on that one, and I think 4 on the other one. And then if you do it in both colors, then you've got,
Yeah, you'll have a lot of practice.
you'll have a lot of practice, which I did. I did do it in both colors. So
People like that one.
yeah.
That biscornu.
It's a fun stitch.
Yeah.
Even the silk ribbon was fun to do.
Yeah, it actually didn't take too much effort to make the little roses, because the roses are just, in and out, in and out over 5 spokes, like an uneven number of spokes, and you go in and out, in and out, not through the fabric. So it's kind of like just weaving.
Absolutely. It's a fun stitch.
So we have all sorts of biscornu, but we did have one that was mixed in with the biscornu.
Exactly. And it's not a biscornu, but it's kind of along the same idea.
I absolutely love this.
I love that one too. Unfortunately, you can't get that pink fabric anymore, but that's okay. It would be good with
it in some other
cream. Cream would be really nice.
Or green.
Or green would be really nice.
I think this is teal, these colors here.
Yeah.
So it could be a soft teal.
Yeah.
Or dark.
Yeah.
Oh, wouldn't this look nice and
dark?
dark?
Really nice dark too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there is more of those roses, but those roses, again, even though they're silk ribbon, they're just weaving silk ribbon. So they're not that difficult to do. How many pieces are in this one? Also 15?
15.
So they're everywhere.
I think it's 15, yeah.
And we called this something. It's number 139.
Pomander roses.
Pomander, right?
Pomander roses.
Pomander. And it has a little thingy to
Scissor
go with
fob
it.
and a pin keep.
Exactly. But I just love this. And by the way, when we were finishing it, I said the top just doesn't look
It
finished.
looks bare.
So I went down to Michael's and got a bunch of little silk flowers in the wedding section. And,
which this time of year would be perfect.
And then I got some pink pearl pins and just stuck everything in.
Yeah.
And that's what ended up happening. Look, I mean, it's just so simple, but it looks gorgeous.
It does.
Anyway, love this one. So
Me
it's
too.
not a biscornu.
No.
Sylvie says it's on her bucket list to make one day. I guess that's the big biscornu, is it?
Probably
Or are we
sweetheart
now
roses, or it could be.
This is not sweetheart roses.
No, that's pomander roses or
Exactly.
sweetheart roses.
Oh yes, okay. We like roses.
We like roses. We've got lots of roses.
Tricia says she's really beautiful. Oh,
Yeah.
good. Add
Yeah.
it to your wish list. Exactly. It is really beautiful, and it is so simple to make. Honestly, it is like it looks so complicated. I think the part that is difficult maybe might be the stitching it together. That would take a little bit.
It takes.
But again, you're just overcasting.
That's right. Exactly.
One
It's
after
just-
another.
Yeah.
Oh, and I also put those same pink pins on the corners.
Yes.
They're not pearls. See, they're pins. So you just stick it back in and it's done. It's like a gigantic pin cushion.
Oh, thanks, Melanie. I'm all bashful. Oh,
Picture this plus bashful. Thank you.
I'll have to give them a call and see if we can get that in. Thanks very much.
A very nice idea, because we
That's
love
right.
working with pink.
Yes.
Thank you. I love the pomander roses too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Karen. And Tommy says weaving roses is so much easier than the bullion stitch roses. Absolutely. And not just easier, like fun.
Yes.
You're weaving in and out until you like it. That's it.
Yeah.
And Tricia says, did you say what you used for the stuffing?
I think it was just polyester fiber fill on that one. Yeah. And which you can get at Michael's. You could also use like a wool roving or something like that,
Anything will stuff it.
Yeah.
Really. Unless you use bricks. Don't stuff it.
Yeah, don't stuff it with bricks. Or not wool roving. You can get a wool, like a fiber fill. That would work. Yeah.
Well, the nice thing about the shape is that these 5-sided shapes actually do form a ball if you stuff it very full.
Yes.
Like it really needed to be stuffed, right?
Absolutely.
It was not.
There's lots of stuffing in that.
We'll just look at it one more time and see how much stuffing there was.
Yeah.
And this is it in relation to us. So that's how big it is.
It's pretty big.
And the way you look at it from here, it makes it look really big, which it isn't. It's not that big.
No, Jennifer, it's not stuffed on a styrofoam ball. It's just stuffing.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of stuffing.
Because all the shapes on the outside turn it into a ball.
Yes.
We should make another one.
We should.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I think that's a great
You
idea.
do it with beehives on each one.
Ooh, beehives. Does anybody like bees as much as, well, most stitchers seem to like beehives and bees. It would be nice to do a bee design.
A bee, yeah, exactly. I think so too.
Okay. So we have some more.
The honey bee farm. But,
No, we didn't do a bee farm.
Yeah.
We just did a honey farm.
Yeah.
And there were bees in it.
That's right, exactly.
No, I didn't do an actual bee
no,
thing.
you did not do a bee thing.
Because I could see a bee like all beautiful gold, maybe in the body, and then the wings are all like diaphanous and see-through. But then, you know, that's a nice looking bee.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's what people like, or whether they just like the idea of bees. That is kind of like, because it's country, you know, it's kind of like you can go out to the country and bees are in the flowers. I don't know what part of bees people like. So tell us. Love bees, somebody says.
Yeah, yes, Jennifer loves bees. She has bees.
Clary's allergic. Well, no, I wouldn't be a fan either.
Luckily, these ones won't sting you. So
yeah, you could get really used to them this way. Jennifer says, obviously, loves bees.
Loves bees.
And Loretta Benetti's joined. Yay! Yeah. Welcome. So we have some more of those biscornu. All different patterns have biscornu in them.
That's right. And this is one of my favorites. I like this one.
This one, and I'll look at the rest later. Oh yes, this is one of my favorites.
One of my favorites. Make sure that I've got it correct. There we go.
Oh. There you go. You can see the front of it.
Exactly. And then it's just the regular fabric, biscornu, that you then put the
doily
hard hanger piece, and then you stitch it on.
Yeah, because the doily itself is edged with this blanket stitch, which you cut out. And then when you start stitching it, you just make sure that it's like pinned down so that you know where it's supposed to fit.
Absolutely. And then you just tack it through the blanket stitches.
And the biscornu was sewn with a machine.
No, I actually sewed it by hand.
No.
I did.
She did hand sewing on regular cotton
fabric? Yeah, I folded over the hems, and then I kind of did a ladder stitch all the way around.
Okay, if this actually looks like, can you see that? Actually, you can see it. That is all done by hand?
You didn't know that?
No.
I did that by hand, yeah.
Oh, I'd be at the machine, even though I don't use the machine that well. But, oh, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. And that is from this pattern, which many of you know
the hearted twee,
which has to be opened in order to see it properly. The hearty twee. There we go.
And it is number F12.
Right, that's the inside. And there's the outside. And that has that doily right here inside the heart. And then it has a fob.
Then it has a little scissor fob. There you go.
Exactly. Oh, there goes the tag. There we go. So that's the little hearty twee, right?
That's right.
And it has that beautiful little biscornu, which I'm really pleased about.
That same fabric all the way around. So that's a nice piece.
Oh, and while you're putting that away, I have one here that I think belongs to the Birds of a Feather.
I think it does. I think it's actually a free pattern on the website. I think that is.
This is a free pattern. You guys can do this one. This is awesome. And it's based in the color scheme of Birds of a Feather.
Yes.
Do you remember that number?
114.
Oh, we've got it right here.
Never mind, remember, I can read it.
You can read it really well. So it's got like, in the bottom section, it's got a little thing that kind of looks really nice, but at the bottom itself, there's not much stitching.
Yeah, it's just on the corners.
It's in the corners, so it fits really nicely with the top piece, which is stitched, and a little flower button. So that's that one, 114. Biscornu. Do we have any other ones?
We do.
Oh, yes, we have one more. No, two more.
I think these were called Bargello biscornu.
I think you're right. Now, Kathleen has actually put a pin.
Yeah, be careful with the pin.
That's okay. So they're in different colors.
That's right. There's two color versions. There's the Christmas color version, which has gold needle weaving on all the heart hanger blocks. And it's different than the blue and purple.
Oh, yeah. This one is the blanket stitch flower.
Right. And that's just divided bars.
Blanket stitch flower. Up a little closer. There we go. Yeah. So you can see the blanket stitch flower now in gold, like thread, which looks really neat with the blue, with the red in behind. And this one is a little bit more delicate looking with more laciness. So you can choose whichever one you like. for your biscornu, whichever color you like.
That's right. And we have both accessory packs still available.
Oh, do we?
Yes,
oh,
we
that's
do.
Good. And look at the bottom. There's even a different pattern for the bottom ones. So the sections are all squares. Yes. And then the bottom squares are different than the top squares.
Yes.
It's just lovely. I love biscornus.
Yep, I do too.
I'm talking myself into another
biscornu. I know. You've got to do more biscornus.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Yeah.
And I think we have one more here. Oh, you've got another one.
I've got another one, but you show that one because that was a fun one to do. That's the gingerbread house biscornu.
Correct. Correcto mundo. And it's just the top this time with all the candies on it. Nothing on the bottom, but there is a little button that goes through it. And let's see. Yep, this is all cut out. But, you can also stitch in those squares. You don't have to cut them all out.
You don't have to cut it.
Yeah.
But it is easy heart hanger on that one.
Yes,
so
it's very simple.
Woven bars with one dove size.
Exactly. And that's from the Gingerbread Stitching House.
Yep. Number 110.
Oh, boy, we're getting really good at these numbers. Because I can read too,
Yeah. You don't have to rely on memory. And this one is the Milady's. Let's see if I can get it so you can actually see it. Milady's reticule.
Yes, exactly. This reticule, actually, the shape of it didn't actually turn out as well as I wanted to.
No, I agree.
But, it's actually meant to be like squeezed together at the top, and it's supposed to hang like a Victorian lady.
That's right.
The shape is okay, but it didn't really travel.
It didn't translate well, that one.
But the back, I love the back.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of my favorite sides. And it isn't actually on the front cover even.
No, is it probably not even on the back cover?
No, people don't even know it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that's a really nice one called Milady's.
Reticule and leaflet 127, right?
Yeah. It's all nice peachy keen. So those are all of ours, right, that we've got here?
Yes. The biscornus, anyways. We might have more somewhere, but
I know, actually, it's possible, but we only found those in the stash in the back. So just before I go on, we have like a few minutes, and then I go dashing off into the storage area to find some models. I should take a little more time.
We should actually start planning on Thursday.
Tricia says it has 12 sides, not 15.
Oh, thank you.
In my book, it has 15, but that's my imagination, Tricia.
Thanks, Tricia.
And Jennifer says, or a travel ball.
Yeah.
Oh, Petra wants bees. Yeah. Oh, poor Beverly. She's allergic too, but stitch ones are the only ones. That's right. They're good. I have the Hardy Tree I need to do.
Yes.
Yes, Jennifer.
Exactly. It's a fun one.
Get started. No.
Yeah. And Norma loves the biscornu idea.
Oh, good. So if we do a biscornu with some bees on it, nobody would be unhappy. So, okay. So how many votes for a bee biscornu?
Yes.
We just need to know.
That would be really nice. And Karen said, not crazy about bees, but they are good for the environment. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Seeing them does make me smile, but I don't like them in the house, and I don't go near them very much. I'm afraid of their little stingers. I'm sorry. I just, I find the buzzing kind of threatening sounding to me.
So does one of my dogs, but that's okay. Yeah.
They're coming for you.
He hates it so much he won't come outside.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
See, this is the thing. He got stung once, and so did I.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it was a wasp that stung me.
Absolutely. They hurt.
I think they all sound the same.
Hornet.
Whatever it was, they were nasty. It was a nasty bite.
Nasty.
And I couldn't get it out from underneath my clothes.
Yeah.
So it was like, and now I'm just all traumatized. Bees. What was the number of the first one you showed? Let's just find the one. Oh, that's this one, I think.
This is Sweetheart Roses.
And we didn't have a number on it, so we can't read it.
It's number F04.
Yes.
And you can do it in the violet color. You can also do it in a rose gold color. Yeah.
The neat thing about that one is it's one of a series of patterns that we created with excellent finishing instructions.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So there's like about 18 of those.
Yes.
We don't have that many in the F series, we'll call them. They're the finishing series on our website. So you don't go under Thea's Designs. You click on Lisa and Thea's, or whatever Lisa's, finishing designs.
Finishing designs, I think it is.
Because that's what they were made for, so that we would have one biscornu design, and we would have one for just
Ornaments, bell
bell
pulls.
pulls, and just all some of the things, pillows, wall hangings.
Yes.
So all of those designs are actually created so that we could teach you how to finish
Yes.
some of the things that we have finished already, and with Lisa's amazing finishing. Seriously, with pictures, color pictures and really detailed instructions, and they help you with other designs.
Absolutely.
So this one, that F13?
F4.
F4, sorry, was the fourth one in the series.
Yes.
And so you just go there and find that one. Okay.
Yeah.
And Pretty Reticule. It is pretty. I like that color, but as we were saying, the background, the back of it, I really like with all the leaves, etc.
Yes.
I wonder if we make it into a different shape.
That would probably work.
Hey?
Yeah.
Because it didn't turn out to be that popular, but I think it was the shape.
It was the shape.
What
It
do you
was
guys
an
think?
odd shape.
Yeah, it
So
looks a
you
little
did
bit
it.
like a bullet.
So yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah.
I think if we made the shape, the finishing.
Yeah.
was
And not so pointy at the bottom, maybe more of a round.
round. Yeah. Yeah. I really like the pattern, and it could even be nice. Like a lot of this pattern could be really nice as just a framed picture.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be finishing.
Yeah, because it's got specialty stitches all the way around, which you can't really see that well.
See that well. Maybe we should revamp this one.
Yeah, could be.
I mean,
Do it in
so
different
many
colors or
ideas.
something like that. Maybe try that blush fabric from Picture This Blush.
Ooh,
That would be nice.
very nice
Pink,
idea.
pink, pink.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So Donna says yes, bees.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Petra says vote, vote,
Yeah.
vote. Okay, so we need to know
A bee would be lovely. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buzz Cornu.
Good one, Melanie. I like that one.
Like the bee Cornu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dee Dee says bees. Don't bother them. Leave them alone. Thank you. And Sylvie's leaving.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Sylvie. Yeah.
Linda
Bye-bye.
says so pretty. Okay, so we've got 5 votes for the bees.
Yeah.
And then the bee voting stopped.
That's right.
So we had like about 30 people by the time I asked that. So what about the other, 25 people? Do you like bees? Do you like bee Biscornus?
Yes.
We need to know. Greetings from
Biscornu,
Detroit.
pincushion.
Exactly. Yes, please.
The colors would be really nice on it.
It would. It just would be really nice.
Yeah.
They will just do it anyway,
Oh,
even
yeah.
if you don't vote
That's
for it
right.
here. Karen says, thank you. You're welcome. So anyway, it is now getting,
10:15. We've gone for 45 minutes without even knowing it.
exactly. And my tiny little feeling that things weren't quite right because we had made a mistake in our business.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so much better.
Absolutely.
Thank you all for being here.
Yeah.
And I hope that any mistakes you make, you can fix right away.
That's
and
right.
feel okay about as quickly as possible.
Yes. And remember, mistakes are just another learning experience.
Exactly. I hope you have a lovely weekend.
Yes.
And it won't be long now before number 5, part 5 of the little mystery Stitch Along, the block party or the spring block party.
Spring block party
is there. Don't be surprised. It's not exactly the same kind of design as the other 3 blocks that came before. So those of you who rearranged the blocks in your own way, you will find that there is a slightly different cast to this design.
Yeah.
But no matter what, they will all go together.
Absolutely.
So don't worry if you think it's not going to go the way you thought it would. That's what the whole idea of mystery is about.
Yes.
So give yourself some creative feelings of, yeah, this looks good the way I did it.
Absolutely. Because they all look wonderful.
Mm-hmm. So far, I'm really thrilled.
Yes.
All of yours. Really beautiful. Great stitching.
Yes.
I hope you have a great weekend too.
Yes. Absolutely.
Are we going by?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Goodbye.
Are you not done? We can maybe, continue on.
Don't be sorry.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's all good. See you all next week.
See you
Bye-bye.
next week.